Does anyone have a question they'd like to ask?
Stuart, I have a question.
Yes, Bob?
What does samadhi mean?
I suggest you go to Webster's dictionary and look it up, Bob. What does simply, it's a question that I can't answer. Okay, you got me stumped here. Final moments of life, whether you're at one with God, whether there's peace in your heart, or whether everything rankles inside and you have to come back here and do it again. I mean, what it means, I have no idea what it means. All I know is it's a state of consciousness that can be attained. The human being literally is willing to invest the time and the energy and the work on themselves. First thing that comes is just living at peace with yourself, being at peace with yourself, living with an open heart, living with joy, with love, things I talk about all the time. And, that what samadhi means, I don't know. And check what's the dictionary. They probably have a definition of it. I don't have definitions of things, but I do know that one can build a life inside that truly is a life that allows them to live at peace with themselves, to experience higher energy, to allow that higher force of energy to become part of their life and to guide them. And in doing that, a person works out karma. We all have karma. We all have particular lifestyles and activities that we do that actually comes back to having karma. And our work really is to create a system inside that's strong enough to transform the karma activity in the world into an open heart. And I think when you do these things, you attain a state of samadhi. You become one with God. And you finally have worked out your karma, and then there are other planes of consciousness that we go to. This isn't the only madhouse in the universe. There's other stuff we got to work out. And we need a system that's strong enough to work out both what's here and the next level of our evolution and the level after that of the soul's evolution. So what samadhi is, I don't know. Can one attain it? Yes. But it takes a kind of lifetime, literally, it's a lifetime commitment. From the moment you wake up to the fact that there's a higher force of energy in the universe, to the moment you leave the world, there's a commitment to build an inner life that allows us, first of all, to live at peace with ourselves. Every time somebody dies, they always write RIP. I mean, while people are alive, they should write LIP, live in peace. And I think the inner work is about building that kind of energy where we live our lives in a state of peace. Doesn't mean we're less active. It doesn't mean we don't have success and have all the abundance that life offers. We just do it peacefully. We don't get swept away in Maya and all the illusion, everything that's transient comes and goes and comes and goes. And when I was in college, high school, they used to tell define your terms. In this meditation, you live your terms. Your life becomes a definition of samadhi of inner peace, of ananda, of love, and the way you interact with the world, you know, is just a reflection of those states of consciousness. So you're not defining what it is, you're living it. You've built a system inside to live that way. Then you don't have to define it. It becomes a living reality. And years ago, I chose, my preference was to live it rather than define it. And my goal was to build an inner Stuart that was capable of living that, capable of having the inner peace that, that started me on this journey when I saw my father lying in his deathbed in a state of serenity that I had never experienced before. And it initiated the journey. How can I begin to live that way? Why do I have to wait 2 hours before I leave the world to have to live that way? Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask?
Thank you, Stuart. That was a great answer.
I don't know, did I define it, Bob? Thank you, Bob. Good question. Look, a question like that makes me come to terms with the way I want to live also. I mean it. Do I want to spend my life finding logical answers to everything that take me nowhere? Or do I want to find my life as a living experience of higher energy flowing through me, guiding my life, teaching me how I have to live every day? And then coming here and sharing this with you all. Does anyone else have a question they'd like to ask? I mean, these classes are getting bigger. I told Jennifer the other day, if another 10 people come here, I don't know what I'm going to do. They're getting bigger all the time. And I kind of like that because people are making a deeper commitment to what's being taught here. But, start getting 40 and 50 people in class, it's going to be a very long class. Well, we'll see what happens, but it's growing that way. I like it. I like that the commitment in all of you is getting deeper. There's value here, and people are coming to help build their own lives, not my life, but their own lives. And I think that's a miraculous thing and a great thing. Does anyone else have a question they would like to? Okay, there won't be any classes this Sunday because we're having a retreat. There will be somebody is coming at the class is over and they just arrived. Isabel, I love having you here. You're really great. You do great podcasts, but the class just ended.
What?
No, don't scream. Everybody's meditating. The class just ended.
How did it end? It said what? Oh, I'm
Isabel,
Central Time.
relax. Okay. As I say, I love just be calm, quiet. I love having you here. I really mean it. You're a wonderful human being. And I think made a very good friend with you. You're really terrific. but come on time.
My apologies. I had the time wrong because I'm Central Time and that's Eastern. I always have it on the Central
Okay.
Time.
All
My
right,
apologies.
everybody's meditating. We can't talk about it. But anyway, great having you here. God bless you, dear. And there'll be class on, no, there won't be class this weekend. I'm having a retreat. There'll be classes here, like 3 classes a day, actually. And, but there will be class next week, next Monday, Tuesday, when regular class schedule next week. There'll be a class this evening. Jennifer will be teaching it. And again, God bless you all. Thank you. Your presence here has done wonders for my life, and I have nothing but gratitude to each and every one of you for being part of my life. Thank you. And I'm looking forward to seeing everybody early next week. Thank you. And those of you at the retreat, I'll see you soon. God bless you all.
Bless you too.
Thank you, Stuart.
Thank you, Stuart.
Thank you, Stu.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.